The foil is one of the parts that lifts this boat out of the water, and the foil on this craft is big, and it's bigger than anything that's been done.
Questa barca sì, è assolutamente innovativa in tutto. Direi che è quasi una piattaforma di sviluppo, per cui siamo partiti con veramente la barra molto alta, con degli obiettivi altissimi in tutti i campi. La cosa più affascinante è che per la prima volta un monoscafo monta un foil sulla chiglia, e questo gli permette di navigare appoggiato su 2 punti in centrobarca e sul timone dietro che lo tiene dritto, diciamo in longitudinale. Questo fatto di avere 2 punti di appoggio permette anche di regolare la sua capacità di stare dritto, e questo è un grande vantaggio, perché quando tu apri l'angolo col vento apparente hai bisogno di togliere righting moment, di essere meno raddrizzante in modo da non cadere sopravvento, che è quello un po' che succede a tutte le barche volanti. Sicuramente anche questa barca non volerà sempre in tutte le condizioni, però riuscirà a volare con delle onde abbastanza grandi, e quando non volerà riuscirà comunque a stare semi in equilibrio, toccando e non toccando l'acqua, anche con delle onde molto grosse.
The foil is one of the parts that lifts this boat out of the water, and the foil on this craft is big, and it's bigger than anything that's been done. If you're aware that an airplane can take off, an airplane is taking off because the air is the medium that is acting on the wings and creating pressure fields, which mean that over given lots of area of a wing of an aircraft, the aircraft of 300 tons is able to lift into the sky. And we've all seen those, right? Water has similar properties. So if you run an aircraft style wing under the water, you can generate a pressure field, which means that wing will lift in that water. And so if those wings under the water are connected to the craft will lift out of the water. I'm Ben Agathangelou, and I work in the technical part of our Hypersail project as Fluid Dynamics Manager. When I graduated in aeronautics and astronautics, I had decided that I wanted to be in F1. That was the only thing I wanted to do. I started at Ferrari 12 years ago. It wasn't something that I had ever had time while I was in F1 to think about, but the attraction of being on water and the attraction of dealing with these craft on water was something that was always there as an interest. So the opportunity to study it in a work environment was quite a luxury, to be honest. Guillaume Verdier is, first of all, I think Guillaume is a very emotionally intelligent individual. And that means that with somebody that has that capacity, that human capacity, I think it's been a lot easier than it could have been. Because from the outside, somebody who's achieved a lot, which usually comes with ego. Actually, he's quite privy of ego. So actually, he's been very good to work with.
È un po' il nome di riferimento in questo campo negli ultimi 10 anni. È una persona geniale, è veramente uno che ha sempre delle idee fuori dagli schemi, e forse la sua dote principale è proprio quella di rimanere sempre molto aperto a qualsiasi soluzione.
Hello, I'm Guillaume Verdier, and I'm the naval architect of the Ferrari Hypersail project. The main challenge that we are going to face is to push the boat up out of the water with a keel which is made of lead. And that's not really the first thought that will come to people. Why would you make a lead keel to push you up? It's because when the boat is coming to rest, it's not capsizing. You need some static way to bring you stable, which is fighting a dynamic way of sailing, which is controlled by human on semi-automation if we want. So it's making this duality, which is very complex in a way. And this level of technology, I don't believe has been done for an offshore racing machine. So it will be quite a new thing.